All right, General Reed 1313. What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? All right, General Reed 1313 instead of $22.22. All right, Grand Rising. Rising. All right, if you are interested in a general read, general reads are 1313. All right, 1313. Let's see what's going on, y'all. All right, general reads are 1313 if you are interested. It's tarot. It's tarot. It's oracles. She wanted to know about love, money, career, what is getting ready to happen for you. It's a spiritual guidance. All right, if anybody is interested, I am live on TikTok and YouTube at the moment. Alright, somebody ancestors taking over. There's a new cycle here. Father figure is significant as well. You were right about a father figure. Alright, farm is here. You could be receiving some sort of property. Star is here. Get ready to be stable. Alright, getting ready to receive. Alright, so you're getting ready to receive. I saw will and trust. Alright, if you are wanting a reading, alright, general readings are 1313 at this time, alright? 1313 for love, money, and career. Alright, there's a divine masculine that's connected to Egypt. Alright, there's some sort of miracle happening when it comes to you and a divine masculine. Alright, 1313. What's going on, y'all? Grand Rising. Live on TikTok and YouTube. I hope everyone is having a wonderful start so far. Alright, if you're interested in a general read, they are 1313 instead of 12. I'm sorry, not 12. Instead of 2222. Alright. Somebody's getting ready to relocate. Alright, there's wealth and reward, money and prosperity here. Alright, so somebody's getting ready to receive something. Yes, you are right. You're going to have a lot of people coming towards you with a fake apology. Alright, trust fund, baby. A lot of y'all finna get ready to find out. You've been had bread. Bank accounts getting ready to be filled. Alright. If you're wanting to know who stole your inheritance, alright, those readings are available as well. Damn, that shit flew out of there. Somebody's coming towards you. Bank accounts will be filled. Trust and will. I'm telling you, somebody finna find out about a trust and will. Alright, bank accounts is getting ready to be filled. If you're wanting to know what is going on with your inheritance, please book a read. Alright, while they are 1313 at this time, there's a new love cycle right here. Alright, there's a new love cycle. You were right about a situation. You were right about a situation. Money is coming in. Somebody could have had their hands on stopping something from coming in when it comes to an aunt, or it could have been an aunt. There's complete happiness here. Alright, is anybody interested in a general read? Is anybody interested in a 30-minute read? Alright, one slot for a 30-minute read for 1330. One slot. Something about an old lover is significant. Next 72 hours. Something's getting ready to happen in the next 72 hours. Somebody could be having a baby in the next 72 hours. A sister is significant. Somebody could be pregnant. Spirits is here. Somebody knows somebody is getting a divorce and marrying you. Alright, so somebody's leaving somebody behind. New love cycle is here. Somebody's finding out about some betrayal. Somebody can't stop thinking about you. I feel like somebody can't stop thinking about you because they know you wouldn't have did no shit like that. Alright, blames themselves on the inside. Somebody know they can't get over on you. Somebody buying you flowers. Somebody is doing something that they say that they would never do. Alright, an unexpected change is getting ready to happen. Your ancestors is ready to bless you. Alright, there's a vacation coming soon. Somebody going to jail. Alright, a grandfather is significant, a father figure. Alright, is anybody interested in a read? Is anybody interested in a read? A one slot for 30-minute read for 1313. Grand Rising. What's going on, Phyllis? All right, general read for 1313. All right, one the last read. One last general read for 1313 instead of 2222. What's going on? All right, general readings 22 instead of $22, 1313. I got one spot left. One spot left. If you love me, purchase a read. If you love me, purchase a read. All right. If anybody is wanting a reading, all right, I got one slot left. One slot left. What's going on, Birch? All right, last call on YouTube. All right, general reads for 1313 instead of 2222. Last call. All right, who is wanting a general read for 1313? Why am I saying 1332? All right, instead of $22.22. All right, one slot is available. Last call, YouTube. Will and Trust. Trust Fund Baby is here. All right, one slot is available for a general read. First come, first serve. All right, 1313 for a general read. What's going on, Solo Dragonfly? Hey, Stacy. All right, 1313 for a general read. Grand Rising, you guys. All right, instead of 22. Something's going on with a previous lover. All right, trust fund and trust fund and will and trust is here. Trust fund and will and trust. Somebody gonna come into some money. I'm trying to get this last read off so I can take my ass to sleep, baby. I've been up all fucking night. My shift totally changed. Apparently, I work from like 8 to 6 o'clock in the morning now. Well, a little past, but that's when I be up. All right. One last read. All right, 1313 for a general read instead of $22.22. What's going on, Ed Will? What's going on? Complete happiness. There's some shit finna go down. Something shifted. I feel like it shifted overnight. Rebirth. Damn sure did. Something changed with a male. This person, something about God. Your ancestors taking over someone so that they can meet some sort of finish line. Somebody was doing some sort of scamming and legal issues. It's like somebody wasn't seeing something. All right, so Spirit is showing somebody something. All right, new car is here. Somebody finna get ready to buy you a new car. All right, I have to say unlimited reads. All right, unlimited reads to the end of the month. Thank you, love. Girl, I'm tired as hell. Thank you. All right, if you're wanting unlimited reads until the end of the month, $20. All right, to the end of the month. All right, if you wanted a general read for 1313, last call. Last call. All right, all the blockages have been removed. All right, there's some sort of house somebody's getting ready to move into. All right, somebody thought that they was going to steal some shit from you. It's a fuck no. All right, somebody's love language is spending money and buying unexpected gifts. All right, and this is how this person is treating you. All right, a big change is happening. Something changed overnight. A grandmother, 72 hours, a grandmother may be passing away. Something betrayed. Somebody passing away, which is changing the energy and vibration or something, because somebody was doing something. Somebody was doing something. All right, general read, 1313, last one. All right, instead of $22, $22.22 is $13.13. It's a tower moment here. Crooked attorney. Yes, you were right. You were right about something when it came to an inheritance. When it came to something that somebody was doing under the moon. All right, home, family, property, savings, and houses here. All right, inheritance. A big miracle is coming your way. You was right about some shit. All right, it's a lease here. It's some shit coming. You thought your ass was crazy. You finna find out that you wasn't none of that shit. You finna find out a deep truth. You finna find out how really tapped in you are. All right, 1313 general reads. All right, I'm gonna be on here till 6:30. Anybody wants a general read? It's only one left for 13. All right, after that is $22.22. My back is tripping. What's going on, my destiny? All right, YouTube, 5 people watching, 1 person liking, 4 people stalking. What's going on? I appreciate you for watching me. All right, general reads, $13. Death. Somebody passing away. Somebody could be passing away this weekend. Somebody could be passing away. Oh, shit. Great aunt is significant. A great aunt could have passed away this past weekend. Somebody's bringing you some sort of joy. All right, I'm going to end this live over here on YouTube. All right, nobody wants to read, correct? Before I end the live. I'm still going to be live over here. I'm going to get on the other TikTok for a few moments as well. All right, does anybody want to read over here on YouTube? All right, I will see you guys later. Stay tuned later for the next read.